Happy Saturday, guys! Welcome to the first Match My Workout Sweet Treat Cook Along. Obviously, we've got the baking queen herself.
Yeah, that's not gonna be you, is it?
I'm just gonna do the commentary for today, so otherwise it's gonna go terribly wrong. But the first sweet treat we have got for you guys is cinnamon buns. Everyone sees them on our Instagram. Em makes them all the time. She makes them for the cafe. So we are going to show you guys how to make cinnamon buns. Well, Em is. So here we go. Take it away, Em. Let's go.
Okay, so you need 170, well maybe we'll just put the recipe at the end and then I don't have to tell you the quantity. So you need your milk warmed in the microwave, which I obviously pre-did because you know we're all over this cooking stuff. All pre-done. So, and then a big bowl, nice and big. This is what like your dough is going to be made in. So pour that in. Nice warm
Milk into bowl.
Then we need an egg and an egg yolk. Can you even see that?
Yeah.
So one egg yolk.
There's two in there.
Yeah, an egg and an egg yolk. That's two yolks.
Oh.
So one whole
egg. See, this is why you need me as well. One whole egg and then just the egg yolk from the second egg, not the white.
You got it.
There you go.
Put that in there. Then you need some melted butter. So 2 ounces of butter. I just melted it in the microwave. In your bowl. Then you need some yeast. Other brands are available.
If you can find yeast, you couldn't find yeast in the first lockdown, but you can find yeast now.
This is from Trusty Strachan's.
Which, for those of you that don't live in Deeside, is like a shop that has everything. So you could go in and get, I don't know, a balloon, a helium balloon, some yeast, a card, your paper.
It's very handy.
Maybe a curtain rail. It's like the original Asda or Tesco, like original superstore. Anyway, back to cinnamon buns.
So yeah, 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast in there. Now I haven't made these in a little while because it's been locked down, so I'm just gonna double check. And then sugar. So caster sugar, 2 ounces into your bowl as well. So that means we've got the milk, the yeast, the sugar, the egg and the egg yolk and the butter all in the bowl. So you could get a fork.
Get a fork? Oh, you didn't prep that one, did you?
I'll just stand here. And give it a little mixy mix.
I'm having to hold the microphone next to Em because she won't use the microphone soon.
So you can take that out to the camera and show them what it looks like.
Okay.
Well,
oh, this looks lovely. That's what your mix should look like.
Yeah, it doesn't look
basically just a yellowy mess.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's that. Then you want your flour. So bread flour or strong white flour or any kind of co-op, you know, Tesco, Morrison's, whatever. Strong white flour into your bowl. Shove it all in.
You don't have to sieve it.
No sieving, no, we don't.
No sieving required.
And then salt. It's 3/4 teaspoon, so it's quite a lot. But it definitely helps make the dough taste better. So
salt to help your dough taste better.
there you go.
There you go.
That's that. Now at the cafe we have a nice mixer that does it for us, but here we don't have that. So you start by mixing it with a fork.
This is how you get your guns now. This is the training part of making cinnamon buns. So I'll do what I usually do, stand and watch. Maybe do 1 rep or 2, but mostly just watch other people work.
So kind of like mix it so it starts to come together.
Here we go, we'll do a little zoom in with the...
So it's kind of forming a dough and then you're gonna get messy, so you just got to embrace it. I washed my hands beforehand, just so you know. And I'm gonna get warm. So.
It's getting serious.
So then, if you have a work surface, I would tip it all. Sorry.
For those of you that are a bit OCD like me, this hurts this bit. So, for those of you that are messy cooks like Em, well, then you'll be super fine with throwing your food all over your work surface.
Because it makes it easier to kind of combine it all together. And then it's a bit like making like bread or it's any any dough, and then you're just gonna start to knead it, and you're doing this for 8 to 10 minutes. So
we'll speed this bit.
That's why I took my jumper off. It gets warm.
So now we can just watch knead our dough. Oh, there we go. Look at those guns, look at those guns go. So I'll just commentate along with this. This is really good for biceps, triceps, core, keep your core tight. You can do it standing. You can also do it on a Bosu ball or something to add instability, to work those ankle mobility, stabilising muscles.
And if you need to add a bit more flour, back to the baking. Oh. If you need to add a bit more flour, you can on your surface. But usually it's okay, and you want to just get like a...
Did you need a timer?
Kind of, I looked at my watch, it's okay. Okay. Like a soft kind of dough, but we can show you that in the project. I'll be here a while. Cool. Kneading action, I don't know, you can like grab it.
And we'll bring it down. We're doing kneading action, here we go.
Well, some people might not know how to knead.
Yeah, I do.
So you can like grab it with one hand and then push with the heel of your hand away, and then roll it back in, and then grab it and push, grab it. Or you can just do like both heels of your hands and kind of take in turns, but you always usually push and like fold it back.
You're now breath there, You're tired.
It's quite hard.
How long's left?
7 minutes.
Meanwhile, so just while Em's doing this, we are going to take Darcy out for a walk, but she's not very happy. She's waiting by the door. What do you think about cinnamon buns, Darcy? Anything to say on the matter? Absolutely not. No thoughts. Anyway, Em's still going.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. We'll speed this bit up. I call it really neat going. I do it this way.
Yeah, that's good.
Woo!
Okay, so 1 more minute.
1 minute to go.
If you have a helpful assistant,
Yep.
which I had, Faye washed the bowl that the dough was made in, so that we can put it back in that bowl to prove. Good job.
I basically wash up and clean up around who baked.
And then if you get a bit of kitchen towel, like kitchen roll, and then put a tiny bit of oil on it, like sunflower oil, or you can use olive oil. I'd probably say sunflower or veg oil is better, just because it's not got as strong a taste. Just like a tiny bit, and then you can wipe out the, like kind of excuse me, grease the bottom of the bowl, and then your dough shouldn't, beautiful, your dough shouldn't stick when you put it in. Okay, that's me, so. So if you just make it into like you should have like a soft, smooth dough, and then make it into a bowl, and then just pop it into your bowl. That's all nice and greased, and then you're just gonna get a tea towel and make it wet with kind of like warmish water. Wring it out so it's not soaking wet, it's just damp. And then cover
the bad boy up.
Cover the dough with your tea towel, and then he can just stay there. Well, we'll put him in a warm place. I know not everyone has an agate to put it on, but that's what we do.
Put it somewhere warm.
So yeah, buy a
Can you put it by a radiator or something?
But yeah, just somewhere warm in the house, or like in the cafe when we've got the stove on, we put it in front of the stove. So just wherever that's a bit warmer, or your house might just be generally a lot warmer than ours, but leave it for an hour and a half until it's doubled in size, so roughly that, but you can check it after an hour. So yeah, leave him, and then we would suggest go for a walk whilst he's proving.
A walk, a run, a ride, do a workout. You've got an hour and a half. Use this time wisely. Then we will earn our...
Then we can come back and finish
sweet
them
treat.
off. And
Yeah, we've got to finish them.
Yeah, we've got
They're
to
not
finish
quite
making
done.
them. No, but then we've earned them as well, so we're gonna go for a walk.
And we're back. Walked in, and it has proved, and Emma's looking very proud of her
Look
day.
at it! It's double in size.
There we go, so we're back to take over, and now, what are we doing now? What's the plan?
So now we're taking it out. Now he's nice and big. And we are making the little swirls. So just kind of make it into a bit of a...
Alright, we'll zoom in.
Sausage.
I'll come over. Big camera woman. Ready?
Sorry. Okay. So, roll out.
Grab your rolling pin.
Grab your rolling pin or a bottle of wine or whatever
You want to use.
you've got, and then you just kind of roll it into a oblong rectangle shape. Keep going.
It's hard work there, so.
You don't want it too thin. Some people like measure it, but I just kind of do it by eye. I don't know, like a bit bigger than an A4 sheet of paper, maybe? Yeah, about A4 paper size. So that's that, all nice in its shape. And then melt some butter. Again, do you want to... You okay there, camera lady? I put it in the microwave. And if you've got a little pastry brush, then just brush it all over. If you don't, you can literally just kind of pour it and use the back of a spoon or something. So you just want to cover the whole thing with melted butter. The quantities are in the recipe. And then you're gonna weigh some brown sugar, like dark brown sugar, and then add some cinnamon and mix it all together. You can just do it with your hands, you just kind of like break it up. So you've got a nice sugary cinnamon mix, and then you're just gonna pour that all over your dough. God, it's gone into a bit of a cinnamon puff. And then rub it with your fingers. If you've got kids, they could do this bit. Get their hands messy. I make a mess, it probably ends up on the floor, but you know. So cover it all right to the edges, cinnamony, sugary yumminess. And then you're going to roll it up, so just take one end, start to
Oosh.
roll it.
This is where they come from.
Like so. And if you
Looking
kind
like
of
a
like
swirl already.
push it in and then roll. And then I bring it sideways.
Oh.
And then you just want to cut it into, get my tin.
Oh, she's not so organised this time.
Sorry. Got my tin, line of tin, quite a big, you can show that, point it down.
Oh.
Yeah, quite a big like roasting tin really. And then you're going to just pop them into there, like so. And they can be quite, you kind of want them to join together when they prove and then bake. So they can be quite close together. If they're too far apart, then they won't stick, and then you don't get that like nice rip bit at the edge. So you just do that. I think you get about 9 out of this recipe. Nice little swirls. There we are. So, unfortunately, you've got to wait a bit longer again. So we put them back in a nice warm spot to prove again. I'd usually just put a bit of cling film over them this time. And they're going to stay there for 45 minutes. So, take the cling film off. You can see they have like doubled in size, again proved. They're all kind of touching. So they are ready to go in the oven. So 180 degrees. Anything between like 10 and 20 minutes. So I'd maybe check them after 10, turn them around, give them another 5. You want them to be like kind of golden on the top, but you don't want to over bake them. So yeah, it depends how hot your oven is really. But 180, about 10 to 20 minutes.
And they go. It's time. It's time. Ta-da! Oosh! What do you say when you get them out of the oven? They look good.
Oosh!
Oosh! Look at those.
Yeah, just like a goldeny colour, but you don't want them too done. So I had them in for 14 minutes.
We are back in action for the last little bit. We are nearly ready to eat them now. It's been a long process. Whew, wasting away.
So time to make the icing. So once you've got them out of the oven, you can make your icing and then put it on. You want to leave them to cool down for a couple of minutes. So don't put it on as soon as they come out of the oven. But yeah, you can put it on cold. But I would usually do it whilst they're still a bit warm so it kind of melts a little bit. So icing. Well, it says 4 ounces of cream cheese on the recipe. That's pretty much a tub, so unless you're going to use the last little bit for something else, I tend to just use most of a tub.
Tub of Philadelphia or soft cream cheese?
Yeah, Darcy can have the last little bit. Then a bit of butter softened, again in the microwave. In it goes, not fully melted, just softened. Bit of vanilla extract essence, like a little shake. Something like that, you know. just a little splash. And then some icing sugar. I would sieve this because otherwise it's quite lumpy. So 4 spoons. Dessert spoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give that a sieve. In it goes.
Oosh. Whilst the sieving's going on, we just come back over to these bad boys. Oh, those.
Okay.
Okay, we're back.
Then mix it all together. I'm using a metal spoon and I kind of like push it down to help mix it together. You can use an electric whisk if you want, but sometimes I find that makes it go a little bit runny. I've also tried this with like the Co-op Zone soft cheese and it just doesn't work as well. So I know I say like any brand is good, but Philadelphia's the best.
Philadelphia for your cream cheese, guys.
Yeah.
Don't skimp on your cream cheese.
Yeah, pretty much. Full fat.
Full fat. This is why you went for your walk.
Yeah.
You did your live workout yesterday.
So there you go, it starts to kind of come into more of an icing. Don't worry if there's a few lumps in it, but it's fine, it doesn't have to be super smooth. It'll make it probably too runny. So that is good. That is ready to go on our buns. So we have decided that we're gonna ice like half of them, and then the other half we're gonna keep uniced and keep the rest of the icing in the fridge so that we can heat them up in the next couple of days. Or you could maybe freeze them. I've never frozen them, so I don't know how they would turn out, but you could try it. Try not eat them all in one day.
Yeah, that's the point, isn't it? Try just to have one.
Yeah, so just like kind of dollop a bit on top, like so. So I'll do like these ones. And then with the back of your spoon, just like it's meant to look rustic. It's not super neat. They're really gooey, squidgy yumminess. Yeah, and that is your cinnamon buns.
Oh, check those bad boys out.
Enjoy.
This is the exciting bit. The bit you've all been waiting for.
That's right enough. Ready?
Cheers, guys.
Enjoy.